Okay, is that good? Okay, I think it's good.
Okay.
So, hi everyone. Thank you to attend this class with me and Ruth.
Okay.
So, perfect. So, Ruth will teach us about music. So, let's start directly. So, Ruth, you can introduce yourself, and when you are ready, let's play some music together.
Okay. Gilbert. Thank you, Gilbert, for your time, for your support. This is wonderful. Yes, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much. Well, I'm a music teacher. I got a degree at the Conservatorio Provincial de Música. Yes. So and as well is great to be here and share some of this piece of art. Yes. I mainly musical language mainly. Yeah. And also like piano. I'm a teacher of English. I have studied some courses, got a certificate in music therapy, which will help me to understand more about music and give uh, a different way of expression and a different way of helping students and guiding students, yes, with me. So, well, I've been lucky to teach music also in a special and school. That's also very nice. So thank you, thank you. Mm.
Thank you. So, let's start. What do you plan to teach us today?
Okay, yes. Well, today we're going about some music elements. Um, we can talk about. Let me show you. Yes, we can talk about, but if we talk about music, we need to understand some elements. Yeah, we need to know about different parts of music because music is too broad. Is art, and art sometimes um, can be too broad or too hard to understand. But here, well, we are trying to understand some elements, yeah, and these elements which lead us to understand a little bit more about music, yeah. Um, well, so sometimes we talk about music and we say, well, it's just a group of signs, yeah, that we can represent our vocal expressions or an instrument expression or music is just like that. Well, there is more, yes, more and more all the time, yes. Also, well, we talk about a combination, right? Combination of sounds and rhythm. We can talk about a combination of harmony and sounds, but we also need rhythm, also need tempo. So, well, there is a lot, yes, to deal with when talking about music. And we have a group of elements form a piece of music. Well, we all know that is art. Music is art, yes, and important and vital to remark is that is pleasure. Yes, first of all, is pleasure to our eyes, is pleasure our bodies is pleasure, to our parts is pleasure in all senses, in all aspects. And that's why, well, to start some elements, yes, that we are going to talk about now. Yeah. So we have some words. Yes. Sometimes we know some elements like tempo, melody, or sound, or melody, and look similar because melody is like sounds, or if we don't have sounds, we don't have a melody. Well, what are the differences and what are these parts or segments that we need to understand? Well, music. Music is a kind of art, yes. You need to read, you need to listen, to need your body can vibrate, can feel the vibrations. But also, if you are interested, yes, you can create and you can write, yes, and beyond, yes, we go beyond. And for that, we need some elements to understand reading, notation, writing, creation, right? For example, here we have a piece of music. This is a score of a very well-known piece of music. And well, here, element. What is the first step? Well, the first step, perhaps, or one of the first steps, is to timbre, right? Timbre, that's when we talk about timbre, we talk about the different voices, the different quality of a sound. And here we can listen. If you listen to me, for example, we have different timbres with different colors, with different tones. Yes, the sound is the difference. Well, but we have a quality. We have different qualities. We have different generators of music, not only musical instruments, but also our human voice. So we can distinguish the different timbres according to different instruments or musical instruments or different voices. For example, also we have this. So we've got three different, yes, timbres, different generators, sounds, yes, and in this case, they are referring to musical instruments, right? So, for example, well, we easily recognize that piano, yes, the piano. So we can have similar instruments or other instruments. So is a really big difference in sound that they have, right? From timbre, we can start talking about qualities, of course, and different. For example, is a vibrant, is dull sound, yes, and they have many descriptors, or we can give also we can give definitions to different sounds, yes. So with timbre is very important because we recognize the base or where is the sound, yes. So in this case we have different sounds, yes. Well, I don't know if you can distinguish or you can guess the different sounds. For the piano, the clavichord, the harpsichord. Yes, we have different instruments and different sounds. Yes. Okay. going to listen to some examples. We can illustrate this kind of element by listening to this piece. Just a little, we're going to listen to this piece.
We don't have the sound yet.
Bones. Where here we can see this piece of music is related, well, to one voice, to one yes, and is played by sax, yes, a saxophone, yes. So, well, here we can follow or read along. Yes.
Let's try again. Let's try again because we didn't hear the sound,
Okay.
the music.
Okay. We can listen.
Let's try again. Maybe. Maybe it's playing in your headsets. Maybe.
Yes. Okay. Okay, here. Okay.
Ring a bell.
Yes, but it's different. We can have the same sounds, the same melody, but with different timbres. In this case, is an instrument, musical instrument. That is, the timbre will be made a different kind of timbre, absolutely different, because it's going to be from a human voice. So when talking about timbre, is also a big deal because we need to recognize, yes, which is the generator. Yes, sometimes it's easily recognizable, but sometimes it is not. Yes, so this is what is right, and in many cases, well, we can choose a different timbre. Yes, we can choose to use different instruments or different voices, right? Okay, for example, and here, let's try to recognize so here we have example, yes, of different instruments, different qualities of sounds. Yes, even the same. Well, I have the same piece of music here to notice and to see the difference. But well, we can have the same piece, different, yes, instruments, and that is what makes that so unique. You know, uniqueness is the quality, the description. Well, in this case, we have dealt with timbre that is really interesting to understand, to learn more about different timbres and different groups of instruments. Well, our second element here is tempo. Well, tempo is one of the most important, is vital to understand tempo. Internal words, yes, is the yes, or description, yes, of the, if you can say, speed, yes, speed is what we're talking here, yeah. Tempo has to do with many other words, right? Here we can see that tempo may be something slow, yes, slow, or fast, yes. And what,
Okay.
yes, uh, is it very interesting as well, because here you have a lot of different words related to tempo, mainly, yes, expressed in Italian language. Italian language for music is very important from ancient times. Here we can see that the vocabulary used to express different tempos or the different speed indicate, right? Also, we have some other expression, like here you can see a tempo. Well, but the main ones are, as you can see, like larghissimo or largo, adagio, andante, andantino, allegro, yes, presto. So from the very slow to the fastest, yes. So speed here also has to do with other elements that we are going to there later, yes. So let's see some examples so we can illustrate and we can see here. Here, tempo is very important because it starts to change, yes.
We don't have the sound yet.
Yes, little by little, because also has to do with little by little. Can you hear? Well, easily and clearly, we can see how it starts to increase. Not only the tempo, but also our next element, yes? So it is number one, as example, is clearly seen how tempo varies from the beginning of the piece of music, of the passage to the end, yes? That is, it's clearly seen the difference in speed. Yes. So tempo varies here, but it's clearly seen, and in in the rest of the examples as well. Yes. So a tempo here, we are not talking about a specific tempo. Of course, any piece has a specific tempo, of course, but we're just to the differences in speed. Yes. Can we, sorry, can we organize, yes, can we organize the tempo in a piece of music? Yes. And we have to express tempo with this word. At the beginning, maybe we have adagio, slow, but expression is necessary here. And then we have more expression that is written, yes, in the score is clearly seen in the score, because it has reflect, it has to be respected, yes, since the author includes these expressions, right? This is part also of expressions, right? So very important. And also here express, I'm going to show that tempo has to do with beats. Yes, we're going to deal with these elements in next next, right? So there are elements that for sure you need to understand. For example, that this piece of device that is a metronome, that it was invented, some times ago was invented to have the right markings and is the correct indicator of speed. Yes. So, and talk about this later. Yes, how to measure tempo and how to express, yes, tempo in a score, in a piece of sheet. Yes. So this is very important. So we can have this into account later to analyze our pieces of music. Yes. Okay. And now we're going to deal. Element is dynamics. Yes. Dynamics very important. And we are going to say, well, we're going to talk about some reasons later as well. Well, but volume. This is very important because volume, the volume of music, volume, the high or low volume, right? When is it high? When is it low? Yes. Well, it's also up to the author, up to the composer, but we at least have the different volumes of different indicators of volume. Yes. Well, volume and tempo previously seen, yes, also need to be understood because also all these indicators have to do with expressions and with emotions, right? Those are other yes, other reasons. This is vital to understand, right? So dynamics has to do with the level. And how do we write? Well, this is the way we write, yes? The way we transcribe and express dynamics. These letters are commonly seen, yes, and transcribed in scores when you want to express dynamics. For example, forte, yes, forte or fuerte or forte, yes, and piano, the same word of the, yes, musical instrument, yes, but piano has to do with soft. Yes, it's not an instrument, of course. It has to do with the levels of volume, right? Piano, pianissimo, yes? So here is necessary to understand, and a lot of other elements also will be included when having dynamics indicators. And why is that? Because, for example, if you have a repetition, if you have a chorus, if you have other parts in a piece of music, yes, you need to respect these dynamics expressions, right? So to play loudly or to play pianissimo, yes, is also, yes, include many other aspects of music, yes. So other expressions here have to do with crescendo and decrescendo, increase, yes, gradually, yes, or decrease gradually, right? So previously, so listen to great, yes, a piece of music, but it not also had the difference in speed, but also dynamics. And you, Gilbert told me, well, we cannot listen. Yes, we cannot listen at the beginning because it was very, very pianissimo, piano
Okay.
at the beginning. So it also has to do with this. Yes, and little by little, it started to get louder. Parallel, yes, and it was parallelism with tempo and dynamics, yes, we're working at the same time, yes. So, well, we can talk about, or we can listen. What would you like to listen on this, which is piece of dynamics example? Would you like to listen to Tchaikovsky, to Joplin, or Vivaldi? What would you like to listen to?
Let's try the last one, maybe.
Okay, that's right. So this has to do with dynamics. That's right. Dynamics, we're going to listen to this piece. Fourteen. Yes, so we have here the 40 at the beginning, you see the 40. We're going to
Okay.
40 at the beginning, yes. This very short. The start of the piece must be, yes, forte or loud, forte or loud. So we have expressions, yes, to respect in a piece of music, yes, even if you don't, because they all these expressions have have a reason to be. They have a purpose, right? You want your audience to feel special emotion or special sensation, or pay attention, or to wake up, not only to make the ocean react, but also the sensations from the author or the writer or the composer, right? So all these elements are very important, and in a whole impact on the score, and of course the reactions of the audience, right? So, well, these are very important, and we can have now, well, this is a very short kind of work to do if you don't want to do it now. Here we can appreciate the three elements that we have talked about, yes, and
Okay.
analyze them. Yes, yes, and analyze the timbre,
Let's try.
tempo, and dynamics. Okay. Okay.
We have no sound yet.
Oh. Okay, maybe because it's at the volume. Mm.
No, not yet the sound. Maybe we will continue with the question because we have no sound bar yet.
Okay. Can
We continue with the question maybe.
you can you hear me now? Yes? Okay.
Now,
Can you hear me now?
yes, I can hear you, but we couldn't hear the YouTube video. So
Okay. Okay.
maybe we will continue with the question and after people who want to try their
Yes.
knowledge, they can send us their answers. Okay.
Yes, that's right. At least at the beginning, what were the timbres, instruments, kind of vocal, yes, human voices. If you can recognize that, yes, just the beginning, if it was a loud sound, yes, or soft, yes, and also, for example, well, that is has right? What do you think? It was a good speed? It's better to do this slowly or slower. What do you think? Of course, has in this case is a genius, Beethoven. We are not going to discuss about that. We're just talking about recognition. Yes, discrimination of some sounds. Yes. Okay. So is the piece of music Ode to Joy. That is part of the
Okay.
symphony number 9. Yes. Okay.
We will add the link to the comments like that. People will be able to listen and let us know what they think.
Yes. Okay. 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 Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so let's try some. Do you have other things you want to share with us, or we can go to the question people have?
Yes. Yes. We have finished here. Well, I think that we can have a nice closing, because of that Confucius quote here. We say it's written with about music. Yes, is a kind of art. It produces a kind of pleasure. Yeah, usually it's pleasure, right? And human nature cannot do without. So I think I absolutely agree with this quote. Yes, what music makes us feel. Yes, and it produces is a great generator of pleasure in general. Yes, positive emotions don't yes, with music. So I think that is a very nice quote to finish our talk, our meeting. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. So, for the first question, people can have it is how long it takes to master music theory like you are trying to teach us. How long?
Yes, how long does it take? Sorry, that is the kind of interference.
Okay.
Okay.
How,
How
how,
long
how
does it
long does
take
it
to?
to master music theory?
Yes, to master. Well, it's really hard to say because it depends on any person. Excuse me. On person's talent, on person's dedication to studying. Yes. So, well, we cannot say exactly, but what I can say that is what you need a lot of time, many years of studying, many years of practices, and many years of being in contact with music. If you want to master some instrument or to master playing an instrument, you could never stop playing. Never, never, absolutely
Okay.
not even a day, you know? So to master, well, is a big deal. And you need perhaps the whole of your life, perhaps. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. And how can people develop at home alone the fearness needed to better detect the four elements you teach us: tempo, melody, sound, dynamics. What can people like me maybe can do at home to develop the
Yes.
needed skill and the needed ear
Yes.
to
To
uh,
hear.
to better detect and understand the four elements?
Yes. Well, yeah, music is it does first the first step to do or to understand something in music, any element or any part, any aspect of music is just that you feel motivation. Yes, as anything else. But music is such a different universe because it's something that you cannot read and spend a whole night reading music, and then the next day, you will wake up knowing or understanding, because it's
Okay,
something different that you need a process, yes, to assimilate. So sometimes, yes, you can do so many things on your own. And you can study so many things and practice and have some but also a good help, a good explanation, and a good accompaniment through this way will help a lot. Yeah. And time here, well, you need time to assimilate. To assimilate, perhaps you understand one thing today, and then you practice for many other um, days, hours, months, years, but it will uh, have time when you finally understand and recognize on your own. If I yes, um, yes, sometimes there are some ways to do it on your own, and sometimes you it's not possible, at least in some cases, right? Not every person is the same, but in some cases, yes. I don't know if it's just that clear.
okay, okay, perfect. And last
Yeah.
question: if someone needs want to learn quickly an instrument of music, which one do you advise?
I'm sorry.
If
Sorry,
if
Gavard,
someone
because it's
wants,
not.
okay, if someone wants to master or to learn to play an instrument of music, which one do you advise?
Yeah.
Piano, other instruments? Let me know.
Yes. Well, because all instruments are really lovely. Yes, lovely to play, lovely to understand, lovely to listen to. Yes, there are different kind of instruments that you feel more uh, motivated or you feel closer, when you listen to them or when you touch them. Not when you play, when you even touch, you feel more attracted. Yes. So, uh, I started to play the piano because, well, my father was a pianist. I felt great pleasure, yes, to listen to him and to listen to all the kind of music, yes, he listened to. So that's personal opinion, yes, because it has to do with family matters. But and the piano is a beautiful instrument. We have everything in there. Yeah, I could say that is a perfect to your ears, perfect to you to understand. And yes, you can create. Of course, you need, well, both of your hands in this case, because not is the melody enough, right? Um, but well, I could say that there was not only I could say that there's only one negative aspect about the piano. And what is that? Because all instruments are perfect, I would say that you cannot take the piano with you, you know? You
Yes.
cannot take the piano with you. If you want to go somewhere else, well, your piano will stay.
Yes, of course. Yes.
That is the only thing that is uh, not so comfortable about the piano, unfortunately. So um, it depends if you want to share, if you want to move, if you want uh, to transport, yes, on one side. And apart from that, you will feel in love with your instrument. If you don't feel in love with your instrument, well, you can change and try others, right? And try others. It's like the first feeling or first love you have to have, yes, with your instrument. And
Okay.
for example, with my son, there is well, if is the violin, yes, and I thought that it was very good. My son started to play the violin when he was 2 years old, because the too big, yes. So I decided to start with the violin, and he fell in love with violin. But that is it depends on the first impression or first call, yes, attraction, yes, to an instrument, yes.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for everything, Ruth. It was really interesting. And
Thank
let's
you.
meet again in the following weeks for another course.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, your work, your invitation.